Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Art, Money, Success podcast. I'm your host, Maria Brophy, and I brought back my guest, Christine O'Donnell, for a second time. Christine, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
So I want to introduce Christine properly this time. Christine O'Donnell is a Reiki master. She's an artist. She's also the gallery director of Brophy Art Gallery in San Clemente, California. And she's my bestie. So
Yes.
Christine has been on this fast track to manifesting all her dreams. And so that's why I brought her on the podcast the last time. And then we decided we wanted to talk about how my book, Art, Money, Success, has impacted Christine. And so I'm going to let you take it away. And of course, I'll interrupt you with questions as we go.
Of course.
So what was it in my book that made you send me this text that says, I'm in chapter 5 in your book, and literally look back at the chapters. I'm taking all the action from the worksheets.
Well, so where do we start? I got an email from a girlfriend a few days ago, and Andrea, she's the one to celebrate here. She was so kind and was like, hey, Christine, I think you should check out this email. It's a local San Clemente art gallery in town, and they're doing an art exhibit. And I thought it was really weird because about a week ago, I had written down in my book that I wanted to be in an art exhibit by December. So I made that clear that I wanted to try it out, put my art out there, even though it was like scary and, very uncomfortable. And so I went and did it. Once she sent me that email, it was like, how could I not? Like, it was just out of nowhere, and it just seemed very like serendipitous. And so I, did what I needed to do to register, and just found out yesterday that I placed second in the exhibit.
Yay!
Like, yes! So it's wild.
Okay, so let's back up a little bit. And you went into chapter 2 of Art, Money, Success, and there's a worksheet in there called the Artist Clarity Worksheet. And you wrote in there that you wanted to have an art exhibit by December of 2021. And what month are we in right now?
We're in July.
We're in July. And that was a week ago. So this is why getting clarity works, right? This is really what I wanted to talk about on this podcast today, is when you write down what you want, and you're very specific. I want my art to be exhibited by December of 2021. Then when a friend or an opportunity comes up, or a friend emails you, like in this case, Andrea emailed you saying, hey, check out San Clemente Art Association is having this exhibit. And it was a juried exhibit, by the way. So you had to apply, you had to pay money, and you had to get accepted, right? You had to, so it's a juried exhibit. Because you already had clarity in your mind, you took action when you got that email. Where really, if you hadn't had clarity, you might have ignored it. You might not have taken action, but you had it in your subconscious mind. This is a goal. And then not only did you get accepted to show your art and exhibit it, but you also won the contest. And all that, what did you say? A week ago, you wrote this down on your Artist Clarity Worksheet. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's wild. I feel so blessed, but it's like I did the work from the guidance that she gave. Her book is amazing. And, if you actually take the steps that she's giving you, you will see the success happening right away.
Which, by the way, if you are interested in getting my book, Art, Money, Success, you can just find it on Amazon, no matter what country you're in. It is available. Okay, so, and I've been celebrating your successes because I've been watching you just like, you're going through this massive growth spurt right now. And it's so exciting as your friend to watch it happen, because that thrills me. nothing thrills me more than to see somebody I care about just grow in leaps and bounds, like literally overnight. And I think it's because you're just taking all the steps. You're doing all the things, you're doing the scary things, like applying to be in that art show. Was that scary for you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this was the first piece that I put my heart and soul into, and it was kind of after a recent breakup. And so there was a lot of connection with this piece, and it literally is called Soul's Journey. That's what I named it because it's just so beautiful. So it's like a part of me is in this surfboard. So it's a surfboard with a mandala and crystals. It's amazing looking, and I'll show you some pictures later. But
it is gorgeous. You can go to her Instagram. What's your Instagram?
It's 8 waves.
The number 8 and then waves.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there we go. And there'll be a link in the description too.
Cool. Thank you. But yeah, it was really uncomfortable because like you, as an artist, you grow a connection with your pieces. And, maybe Drew, I don't know if Drew still feels this way because he's made thousands, if not, millions of different art pieces, but I'm in the beginning stages. And so, it's almost like I build a connection with these art pieces.
Yeah, they're like your babies, right?
Yeah. So letting that go and giving that over to the exhibit was like, okay, you better take good care of it, So, it was definitely weird, but I'm so happy I let it go because now all this, people can enjoy it and hopefully it will go to a good home.
So, okay. So now that this beautiful painting on a surfboard is in this art show, what's your goal with this?
Like going forward?
Well, with this, your goal is to sell it, right?
Right. My goal is to sell it and, to make more commission-based pieces like this where I work with others and understand their healing journey and kind of make these custom mandala surfboard art to allow them to remember their soul's divinity and have something in their house that, just reminds them. We always forget like how divine we are and how infinite we are and how loved we are. And so that is what's going into my pieces because we all need that reminder. And it's awesome working with the crystals too, because I can use my intuition and really embody into the board what is needed, like for your own custom piece.
So if you made me one, what would you put in it?
A lot of citrine because you are so prosperous. And probably amethyst too, because amethyst, you're very connected to your intuition. So just reminding you to even get more connected and to, just constantly trust in yourself.
Yeah. I love that. Well, okay. So one last question for you. Are you going to, I'm always goal oriented, right? Like I'm staying focused on this surfboard painting that you want to sell at this art show. Did you already write it down on a piece of paper to put under your pillow that it's going to sell within the month?
I haven't done that yet. No.
Are you going to do that tonight?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. All right. Well, hey, I hope somebody was inspired by this. And thank you, Christine, for being here. And thank you for making my life better. Just having you as my friend, you make my life better. I mean that.
Love you.
And it's nice to share you with my audience. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hit subscribe, follow, whatever that button is down there. And check out Christine by clicking on the links to her website and her Instagram.